Yesterday was my birthday and I went to the beach and I saw whales and I had a blast and it was awesome to take the day off because that's the whole point of being your own boss. But I forget every year. Anyway, like most every other day, but especially on my birthday, I'm thinking we're all gonna be dead before we know it. Or to put it more mildly, I really find myself thinking about something that's part of my actual spiritual practice. And it's asking myself, when I die, am I going to be okay with how I lived? I know it's a bit melodramatic, but I don't mean it in that way. I mean it as a real way of checking in with myself and making sure that the life I'm living is the life I want to be living. Look, we're all gonna die. There's no surprise there, but we normally don't know when. And the time between now and then is being used, whether we're paying attention to it or not. So I want to be paying attention. Right now, the question feels even more charged because the world is deeply demoralizing. And not just in a theoretical way. A few days ago, ICE was kidnapping people at the San Francisco airport in a way that really feels like out of a freaking horror movie. And I personally do a lot of political and social change work. So there are moments when I'm still wondering if I'm doing enough, which is kind of a doubt of how I'm spending my time. I should really be focusing on Bruja School and Liberation Magic and teaching people spiritual tools when there's so much other work that's so urgently needed. So I do think about that often. But that only lasts for a second because I know in my heart of hearts that the root cause of all the fuckery in the world is spiritual disconnection. And teaching people how to reconnect spiritually is the most powerful weapon to dismantle oppression. When people are disconnected from themselves, from reality, from truth, from spirit, they're much easier to control, to manipulate, and to turn against each other. And when people are deeply connected, they're not, right? So for me, teaching people how to reconnect spiritually is not separate from political work. It's one of the most powerful ways to dismantle systems that don't have our best interests at heart, to put it mildly. And so this is why I chose to start Liberation Magic today, the day after my birthday. It's like the most honest way to begin my own personal year, by focusing on my practice and by sharing with others how to develop theirs. I genuinely believe that people who are spiritually awake and alive are a real threat to the rise of fascism. So yeah, write to your representatives, join the marches, participate in mutual aid, do all of that. And also make sure that you're spiritually rooted and connected, because without that, it's very hard to sustain yourself in this kind of world. We just had the very intro call to Liberation Magic, and we can still make room for you if you want to join. The content starts today, so you're not behind at all. Regardless of whether you need this kind of support or not, this is what I want you to consider. What is your practice? How are you using your power? How are you staying connected? If you don't have clear answers to those questions, or if what you do have is not holding under pressure, that's not your personal failure. It just means that you have not been taught how to build something that works. And if you want support with that, it's not too late. You know where to find me.